Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So what would a month of sport be without adding running in, since it's one of the most popular sports in the world? I'm going to do a quick strengthening program for you that you can do a couple of times a week. Most areas of the body that need work for runners would be the extensor muscles in the upper back, because we tend to run with a slouched position, most of us do. Hip flexor areas, glutes, and of course the calf muscles. So let's get ready. I want you to lie down on your back for me. I'd like to just mobilize that spine before we get stuck in. So relaxing down into a neutral position, breathing into the back and sides of that rib cage. And as you breathe out, I want you to tighten up your tummy so much so that the lower back imprints into the ground. Feel those abdominal muscles kick in and then release back to neutral. And again, tighten up your tummy, imprint, and then release back to neutral. And again, tighten up your tummy, imprint. Now engage your glutes to peel up a little bit higher for me and roll back down. And again, a little bit higher this time, tucking under, peel it up all the way, breathing in. And as you exhale, stretch and release back down. Now, those of you that tend to get a bit tender in the lower back when they're running longer distances, I really want you to focus on tucking under. Get that pubic bone to tap you on the forehead. What it does there is it stretches and opens up that lumbar spine and forces your bum muscles to work rather than all those lower back muscles. So tuck it under, imprint, squeeze your bum, peel it up. Body weight forward over those feet for me, inhaling. And as you exhale, roll back down. If you're very stuck in that lower back, lift up onto your toes, tuck it under, peel, breathing in, and exhaling, roll back down. And again, just one more like that, peeling it up, breathe in, exhaling, roll back down. Placing those feet down, get those feet wider apart and your arms in line with your shoulders. Roll your hips to the one side and head to the other. Now, you wanted this rotation through your neck, your thoracic spine, and your lumbar spine. And now use those obliques to pull you back to the center and over to the other side. Breathing in, hold it, tuck under, and then ribs, waist, hips, knees, center. And one more time, tuck it under. So the more you tuck, the more you'll feel that stretch from that sacrum area and a stretch above into that hip flexor. And then ribs, waist, hips, knees. And one more time, over you go, breathing in. And exhaling, come back to the center. Beautiful work. Walk those feet back up. Now, I want you to squeeze your bum and roll back down through your spine. And again, squeeze up and roll back down. And 3, lift, roll it down. So you're working into your glute max. Lift, roll it down and squeeze. And down. And 6. And down. 7. Roll it down. Remember, glute max is quite important. Up, roll, and 9, roll. One more time, and 10, and roll it. Now I want you to stay up to the top. Hold it here. Float those arms up. You're welcome to keep them on the ground though. And you're going to drop halfway down and squeeze it. Now what I want you to focus on here is the tucking of your tailbone. I want you to feel the hip flexors opening. So as soon as you're engaging your bum muscles, your hip flexors stretch. And that as a runner is what you need. Okay? 9 and 10. Now walk your feet together, feet and knees together, and drop halfway down and squeeze. And 2. Again, pubic bone, tapping on the forehead. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep tucking, 9 and 10, walk your feet back out. And I want you to lift your bum up and I want you to squeeze your knees together and release. Now you can go a little bit wider with those feet. What this does is, yes, you're working your glutes, but you're also stretching that ITB and TFL area, which is so important for you runners. That's it. Now, if doing this pulls into your knee, get those feet closer together for me. 6, 7. Now, obviously, you can add to the amounts here. You can go up to 20. I like to do 20 of each of these. And 10. I'm just going to do 10 today. And then I want you to roll it all the way back down. Walk your feet back to the center and then slide them away from you. Now, this, you can have your arms down or arms up. We're going to work into those hip flexors, tighten up your tummy, point up, flex it down. So the beauty of this is you working into that hip flexor while you're stretching your glute and your hamstring that you've just been working. 4 and 5. Now lift your head, have a look at your pelvis. Is your pelvis tilting towards you every time your leg comes up? If it is, That's what you don't want. I want the hips staying still. And if you very shorten those hamstrings, your leg might only come up to there. But that's fine, guys. Lift and lift. I'm going to do 10 and down. Other side, tighten up your tummy, point up, flex down. Now, if you've got a very tender lower back, bend this leg. It also helps keep your pelvis in neutral. And 3, 4, 5, and 6. Have a look at your pelvis. What's it up to? Is it behaving? Hope so. Reach from the little fingers, guys, so that you work the serratus as well. And then 10. Lower it down. Bring that other leg up. Flex that foot. Wrap your heel in, toes out. And you're going to keep the foot flexed as you lower it down and up. Again, you're welcome to bend the other knee in. 2. Now, you're going to feel the sartorius working. If you look at your leg, it's that long, thin muscle that goes from the inside of the knee up into the hip area. Very important for stabilizing the knee. 6 and 7. Keep that knee facing out and make sure the knee is going up and down in front of that hip. Last one. 10. Lower it down. Knee facing the ceiling again. Come up. Flex. Wrap. Down and up. 1. Now, guys, connect those ribs. If you find your ribs flare a lot, popping out, think about breathing out through a straw. So you're going to breathe in and breathe out. Get those ribs tightening up for me. Right down to those hips. 7, 8, 9. Work on those hip flexors, guys. And 10. Lower that leg down, rotate the knee in. One leg in, then the other, keeping your arms up. Tuck your tailbone under as you spine curl all the way to the top. Breathing in, engage those glutes. Open up your hip flexors. Roll it down. And again, tuck it under. Peel, peel, peel. Breathing in. Breathing out. Roll it down, 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 down. And again, last one. Peel it up. Breathe in. Exhaling. Release it down. That's it. Stretch those legs away. Arms up and over. Roll it all the way up to sitting. Reach towards those toes so that you are feeling the back of the legs stretching. And then restack it for me. Now, if you struggle with this next exercise, you can always put your back up against a wall or keep your hands next to your shoulders. We're going to kick right into that hip flexor now. So arms up if you are able to. Now watch that as you lift that leg, your back isn't leaning backwards, okay? So stretch it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right up here on the hip. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Swap sides and flex. 2, super tight. 3, 4. So if you can't lift it all, go back to the first 2 that we did and strengthen up a little bit more. 9 and 10. Fantastic. Tighten up your tummy for me. Reach forward, opening up that lumbar spine. That's it. And then restack, and I want you to come onto your side. So we're going to work into that glute med, which is the stabilizer of your hips, guys. Elbow tucked right underneath your shoulder, feet in line with your bum. Connect the ribs, there's no sagging. And you're gonna lift and you're gonna lower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm obviously shortening this a little bit. You guys can add reps to this. Like for instance, these, I like to do 20 of them. I'm only gonna do 10 of them now. And 10. Now I want you to tap your knee and then your foot. 2. So you should feel a burn developing in the outer top corner of that bum. You feel it? That's it. 9, 10. Open that knee. Keep it there. Now straighten that leg and pop it back down. 2. Have a look at your hip. Has it rolled backwards? If you're here, your body is seriously cheating, guys. 4 and 5. Reach it on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release it down. So you should feel a lovely burn developing here. Now I want you to work your way up to doing 20 of those each. And then onto the other side. Knees bent, zip and hollow, no collapsing, lift up, open and close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tighten up, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold it here, knee and toe tap. 1, connect, keep your hip over your hip. 4, reach from your little finger. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep that knee up and straighten and bend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap it down, release, come up and swing around onto your hands and knees for me. Zipping and hollowing, guys. So anytime you're on your 4-point kneeling position, you're working on strengthening that upper back, which is so important for you runners. So lift your necks up. Tuck your toes under. Tighten up. I want you to stabilize without locking. Absolutely no locking those elbows. Lift the knees just off the floor and pop them down. 2, down. Tighten up your tummy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it there. Take one leg back, then the other. Hold this now. Tighten up your tummy. Work your transverse. Lift and release. 2, 3. This is also working into your lower abs. 4, 5. Keep your neck lifted. 6. So you're looking about 20 centimeters ahead of your hands. 8, 9, and 10. Pop your knees down. Hands under your shoulders. Breathe it in. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Roll through your spine. Let your head relax down. Breathing in. And as you exhale, stick your bum out. Lift your chest right up for me. Inhaling, and as you exhale, tuck it under. Roll it through. Now the whole time, I want you pressing down into those hands. The fingertips are pressing gently into the floor. And you're almost pulling those arms towards you so that you feel those serratus and lat muscles kick in for me. And then back up, lifting. Lift. Beautiful. Now you can do the next exercise on your hands and knees or in plank. So you're going to squeeze and release those shoulder blades without the arms bending. So if you can't do the next one, you come back to this, okay? So otherwise it's plank, in and out. 5, 6, 7. So if you can't do this without your elbows bending or your ears shooting up, or your shoulders shooting up to your ears, then please keep your knees on the floor. 8, 9. Can we do 5 more? And 1. Keep the back of the neck lifted. 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Lower your knees down. Push back into shell. Breathing in. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under. As you roll back up, walk your hands forward and come down onto the floor for me. Now, arms in the window position. Legs a little bit wider than hip width apart. Hook your pubic bone down, arms just relaxed. Breathe it in. As you exhale, hook your pubic bone down, pull your belly button right up to your spine, roll your nose forward and lift your chest. So I want that extension through the upper back and neck. Lengthen, release it down. And as you exhale, roll your nose forward, lifting that chest. Breathing in, hold. Exhaling, release down. Exhaling, roll that nose forward, lift that chest. Breathe in, hold it, exhale, stretch, guys. Release it down, beautiful. Inhaling, and as you exhale, roll your nose forward, lift your chest. Hold it here. Now slide your elbows down a little closer to your body, and you're going to push down on your hands as you lift up into cobra. So you're stretching the whole of the front of the body and roll back down. So remember, with runners, we do tend to be hunched forward. So the front of your body shortens. So I need you to strengthen the back of the body and lengthen the front of it. Roll back down. And inhale as you exhale. Hook, tight tummy, ribs, belly button, rib bum. Now, you only go as high as your spine will allow you to, and roll it down. And again, tuck, roll that nose forward, lift. Breathing in, hold it. Fantastic, guys. As you exhale, release it down. Squeeze your bum and lift those legs right up for me. Release the legs, roll your nose forward, lift your chest. So now you're going into a hip extension, and then release it down. Squeeze your bum, lift. Release those legs, lift it up. And exhaling, roll it down. Squeeze your bum, lift. Release it one more time. Exhaling, roll it down. Squeeze your bum, lift. Release, stretching. Release those legs down. Push back into shell. Bum on your feet, breathe it in. Now, if you've got very sensitive knees, you can leave your bum up in the air for me, okay? A lot of runners do. So bum is up here. Otherwise, bum down, squeeze your bum, restack it. Come up onto your knees, pushing those arms back behind you. Place those hands down. Breathe it in as you exhale. Tighten up that tummy. Lengthen and lift opposite arm and leg. So you can either have your leg lifted or tuck those toes underneath you on the floor and thread the arms through for me. Hold it there. Breathe it in. Exhaling, push up and lift that arm up to the ceiling. And again, thread it through. Inhale. Exhaling, push back up. Reach it. One more thread. Exhaling, push back up. Reach. Place that hand down. Lengthen and lift the other side. Thread the arm through. Breathe and hold. Exhaling, push back up and lift. And then 2. Push back up and lift. And 3. Push it up, lift. 4. Oh, I was only meant to do 3, sorry. And lift. Release it. And then from here, tuck that tailbone under. Head releasing, breathe it in. Breathing out, stick your bum out. Lift, lift, lift. And then come back to neutral, tuck those toes under. If you've got sensitive knees, come straight up to standing. Otherwise, drop your heels down for me. Feel the Achilles stretching. Squeeze your bum and come up to standing. Now, take your toes on the edge of the mat. Breathe it in, hands on your hips. Tighten up your tummy. Lift up onto your toes. And then when you lower down, let your heels hover above the floor. Lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now 10. I want you to bend your knees. Tuck under, tighten up, and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. So one exercise is working your gastroc, those 2 lobes you can see on your calves. And this one is working your soleus, which is the main stabilizer of the knee, the deeper one, or one of the stabilizers. Sit and up. And now I want you to go up quickly, down slowly. Up, down. 3, 4. Work those calves. 5. This is really important, guys, to keep your knees and your ankles strong. 9, and the speed of your running. 10. Bend your knees, lift, release. 2. Up quick. That's it. 4. 5. Try and not touch the floor with those heels. 8, 9, 10. Come up. Now you're going to go up slowly. Hover, hover, hover. Down slowly. Up slowly. Down. And up. And down. And 5. Awesome. Tuck under. 6. That's it. 7, 8, 9. Last one. Now bend your knees. Lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fantastic. Stretch it up. Place your feet back on the mat. Bend your knees over those second toes and just feel the whole calf, Achilles. You may even feel underneath a foot. If you suffer from plantar fasciitis, that inflammation of the plantar under your foot could stretch for you. Even better off a step. That's it. Now step to the end of your mat. Breathe it in. As you exhale, roll it down, down, down. Remember to bend your knees for roll downs if your back is a problem. Walk up. Breathe it in, and as you exhale, lift your hips up. Drop your heels down for me. Lift it up. Back to plank. Lift, lower, feel those calves stretching up and down. This time, lift, lower the heels, bend your one knee, then the other one, and down. Good. Fantastic, guys. And reach, come up, back to neutral. Gently place those knees down. Push back into shell or semi-shell with those knees. Breathe it in. And exhaling, roll back up, pushing those arms back behind you. Lift your chest and gently release it. Well done, guys. So those are a few of the strengthening exercises you can do for runners. If you're a trail runner, I would definitely add wobble board work to it because that just adds that instability for those gravel roads and loose rocks and things. It really, really helps. In fact, there's a link from our earlier recordings that you can have a look at. So for trail running specifically with the wobble board. But guys, thanks for watching and see you soon.